Came down to measure how deep it is. It's 2.43, so 24-30 deep, and it was 2.3, so I've gone down 130 millimeters, which doesn't sound like much, but it's a fair bit of work, and I've had a bit of time away from it for various reasons. But the hole isn't going to dig itself, so I'll get back into it. Just came down, apart from measuring, came down to get a bit of water out, and I'll dig some of this stuff out. But I really want to start working on the roof. Put a roof over it. Now that I've got the shed levelled out, I can put a roof over the hole. Yeah, I'll start doing that, but I will still keep doing a bit of digging as well, because I like digging, and I can do two things at the same time, not literally at the same time, but I can do a bit of this, bit of that. I'll see how I go. Okay, so that's how I got the mark, the sideways mark along here, just in line with the shed. That's to keep it, keep the roof off the back of the shed square with the back of the shed. Now, I created this snake habitat a little while ago, just a pile of tin and roofing stuff. So this 2.12 2120, and that's about the same, 2120. So these two piles came from the same place. So remember that, 2120. So I was a bit out. I drew this, marked this line way back here, but 2120 is actually in here. So that peg is where the corner of the roofing material needs to be. So I've got to come back enough for the overhang of the roofing material so the spouting can fit under it, or guttering, spouting, guttering, and then come back because the fascia will bolt on the front of the post. So I've got to work that out. It won't be too hard, but I'll work it out. It's going to be about around about 75 mil, I think, gut feeling, maybe 80 mil. So back from here, this is where the corner of the post will be, somewhere here. It doesn't really matter just yet because I've got to dig the hole. Yeah, so I reckon a good overhang of the roofing material is about 50 mil. The guttering is about 110, so give you enough overlap to make sure it falls in the guttering, and you still get your hands in to clean it out, I suppose. Yeah, maybe a bit less, 40 mil. And it's 45 mil fascia, so that's about 90 mil, round figures. But I may check the fascia into the verticals. I'll think about that, give it a bit more support. So I reckon back to my 80 mil. 80 mil's about right, I reckon. So if I start with that, dig the hole, and I can always fine tune it by moving the post around in the hole. So if you can hear the thunder in the background, sounds like it might rain a fair bit soon. This isn't the normal shovel that I'd use for this. I've got a square-ended post hole shovel, but I was helping a mate out the other day and left it there along with my post hole digger. so that was bad planning. And my gloves. Comes the rain. Now, the sky doesn't look too bad. Looks fairly clear in the west, around to the southwest. It might just miss me. Okay, so I did crack on. The storm went past me and did a bit more digging. It's not easy. I didn't expect it to be easy, but didn't expect it to get so hard so soon. So these holes might not be very deep, which means maybe I need to make them a bit bigger, make the mass a bit heavier. We'll see. About 3:30. It's around at 3:30. It's probably not really deep enough, but it might have to do. I'll do a bit more, but yeah, it's gonna be slow going. So 350 might be it, I think. I should have got the jackhammer out. I thought, oh, little post hole won't be too hard, surely. But at some stage I should have realised it would have been worth getting the jackhammer out. I still might. I'll dig this out to find some earmuffs. Sort of one of the bunker builders was talking about tape measures, and I've got the theory, when I can't find a tape measure, I put it on my list of things to buy when I go into town, and I buy another one. So I've got quite a few tape measures, because then, you know, the rule is once you buy a new one, you find a few of your old ones. I tend to do the same with gloves and earmuffs. So gloves and earmuffs are on my list next time I go into town. Alright, found some earmuffs, gloves, glasses and a spanner. Gotta put some oil in the jackhammer. And interestingly, I found this spanner when I was doing my paper round. I was probably about 1980 or so. So what does that make me? Very fucking old. But it's about 45 years ago, thereabouts. And I've still got it. How's that? Right, so there's oil in there. I'll just get a dipstick. Let's see, here's a dipstick. It's not too far from the top. I better do some research on what it is. It sort of smells like thin gear oil, but I don't know. It looks like thin oil, it smells like gear oil, but I better do some research and find out. Seeing as it's not critical, put that back in. It came loose. And do a bit of jackhammering. I forgot to video jackhammering, but it worked out alright. Funny about that. So I'll shovel it out, get rid of it, and see how it looks. Right, all dug out. That's a couple of jackhammering sessions, and it is almost 500 deep. I reckon I'll do one more, get it down to 500. At least that way I can remember it. A bit more come out. That's what it looks like. and it is 500 deep. Go to the middle bit, 500 deep. Now I'll put the post in and see how it looks height wise. If it's too short, I'm going to get another one. No big deal. I do like to use up what I've got around the joint, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. These posts haven't weathered too well. I'm cracking up. Still might be alright. Probably wouldn't use this one for anything too, because the knot there and not there. So I don't know. Anyway, it's probably a bit short. By the time I put a fascia on it, it'll be just too short, I think. These are 2.4, so I probably need to get a what's the next one? 3.0, and cut off 1/2 metre or so. And I could get cypress, I suppose, instead of treaded pine. Don't know. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Cypress or treaded pine? Or I could put stirrups in, or a stirrup. I don't usually like stirrups that sort of don't offer any lateral force, purely vertical. Then of course you fix up the lateral forces by having diagonals and stuff at the top. So maybe I could put a stirrup in. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Oh, with that and looking down the hole, keep on digging.